We are back in the kitchen today with Abel Garcia. We are here at Cardinal Spirits, the award-winning craft distillery here in Bloomington, Indiana.
Today on this one, we're going to do a fromage fort, which is something that I absolutely love because one of the great things that I'm allowed to do here and that everyone should do at every kitchen is use our waste products.
Okay.
So this is something you won't really find on our menu. It might be something that if we do a special dinner, you'll see something on there for it. But the whole main process of this is using up all of those nice little itty bitty pieces to make some money off some waste products. This is also a recipe that is from one of my favorite chefs. His name is Jacques Pepin. And he comes from Connecticut, has a really deep French accent, but we love him nonetheless.
These are sort of the scraps of the cheese that some people would just maybe throw it away, but you're collecting it and keeping it because you've got something else in mind for it.
Yes. Once you study your cheeses and you understand that you can eat some of the rinds, then that's exactly what we're saving. You know, we cut away the rinds to get those nice little center cut pieces that everyone loves to see, and we save these just for the back end. Normally, Jacques Pepin, which is why it's an old recipe, his father used to soak these in water and then add fortified wine and let it sit for 2 weeks because they never had a food processor. So you have to have water to let all those things get really nice and soft, and then they would just do a mortal and pestle to it. So we're gonna do Spanish Manchego here, some Great Lakes Grand Cru, and then there's some French Brie right here.
You can't go wrong. I mean, it's already done as far as I'm concerned.
There you go. And just like a cheese sauce, that whether it be boiling or in this case it's gonna be room temperature, you always add your hard cheeses first because they're gonna take the longest to break down or they're gonna take the longest to melt. So for this, we're just gonna let it run on there just to let those hard pieces really get down. And then once we let it run for about 30 seconds to a minute, we're gonna add our Great Lakes Grand Cru and then finish it with the Brie. It's almost like a vegan Parmesan consistency.
Yeah.
We'll add our next soft cheese into it. Let that go for a little bit. The other thing we're gonna be adding to this is gonna be some of our garlic puree that we make here in house. And that's just as simple as taking some whole garlic cloves and some canola oil because it's very neutral. And we wanna get that oil infused with garlic. So we use that as a nice base. And then we just roast this to what we like to call confit, so they're really, really soft, and we just puree it. So instead of having to grab that fresh garlic clove, we have something that's been nice, soft, and rotate all the way through for our sauces. And then we're gonna add some garlic pepper, and instead of the fortified wine, like I mentioned that Jacques Pepin's family used, because we have a gold medal winning liqueur here, we're gonna use our Flora syrup. Now that we have our soft cheese in here, we'll go ahead and add our black pepper to this, and also that nice garlic puree we were just talking about. Let that go for a second. And as soon as we feel like that's getting a little homogeneous in there, we're just gonna add either your fortified wine at home, which is why for wine lovers, people love this because like a lot of my old clients, they would always love using their old wines. So we're just gonna go ahead and drip this into it. It's gonna make almost like a little paste. That just forms so quickly.
Oh,
to a nice little paste.
It's a great consistency already.
And once you have that down, I'll let you get into this. But you can have it raw straight from here as you would like. Obviously, you can see how easily that spreads there. Now, we'll try two versions. Let's try one just straight up.
Okay.
Cheers. I know. You just can't beat some nice, good old funky cheeses in there.
I wasn't expecting the sweetness, but I guess that's probably from the liqueur.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Really
it would actually be even sweeter with the fortified wine. Obviously, that's one nice way to have it. My favorite way is the way you're gonna help me finish this out. Take our handy dandy blowtorch.
Okay.
And get it nice and golden brown and delicious.
Okay, this reminds me of my plumbing days.
Oh, there you go.
Is that good?
Sure, yeah, nice and melty. And let's taste.
Is it gonna be super hot?
No.
Burn my mouth? It is really hot. Chefs have
you gotta build your
fingers
hands.
that
build your hands, build your taste buds.
It.
It's all flavor. We don't feel the pain. It's all the flavor that we love. There you go.
No, that definitely takes it to the next level.
Oh yeah, my favorite way to have this is a New York bagel with some lox and some cheese like this.
I love the softness of the garlic flavor because I'm really not a fan of raw garlic, so that you've roasted it and blended it is so nice.
Yeah, it takes the edge off of it.
It really does, but you still get that rich warmth.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm also just excited to learn of something to do with cheese rinds because I hate throwing them away. They've got all that flavor in them. I will sometimes throw them into a soup stock, but
I was gonna say that's always a very common way to do it for sure. And that's one of my favorite ways to do it, but you know.
This is even better. And it's a reason to collect more pieces of cheese.
Yes, because honestly, you know, having the 3 cheeses here, I know some folks that can pinpoint those cheeses out in that mix, but you start doing 14, 15, especially after a big charcuterie party at home, that's the best way to do it for you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, thanks for sharing that with us. Thanks for being here. And thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and listen to Earth Eats wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.